Hello and welcome to these videos. You're all welcome. Warm welcome to every Gambian out there in the Gambia or abroad. My viewers, people that follow me. Thank you so much for following my videos. Today is another Monday, so just a quick reminder that we do these videos every Monday and Friday, and we post it on Facebook, Gambia Youth and Women's Forum, and we also post it on Gambia National Development Forum and on my own page and on my YouTube page, Aliu Badara Toure. You can follow these videos, and if you find these videos very interesting and relevant, please share. And there are a lot of people that will benefit from these things, because this is what we have our nation, people with knowledge of talking and people with skills of some practical job and stuff like that. So my tech is this one in my nation. So I would like you to follow, and if you have anything that you need, you think we should talk about, please send in your comments and we'll talk about it. Only that relevant matters, no politics, please. We don't talk about politics, we don't talk about any other thing. All that we talk here about is how do we bring our nation forward. That's what we talk about here. Now, our topic today is about food safety. It's very, very important that we talk about the safety of what we eat inside our stomachs, because our stomachs are very, very complex. So whatever is entering in the stomach needs to be very clean and virus-free or whatever, because in the Gambia, when things happen, a lot of the times, people blame the government. That's not even the Gambia, it's even Africa in general. That is what I don't do. I blame the government on one side of the thing, and then I blame the people, because we have to always remember our consumer rights. We have to always remember our consumer rights, because it's very, very important that we know that we, the consumers, are the reason why these sellers are doing their selling. So we have to respect what we eat, and then the people that give us what we eat should respect what we eat, because whatever we eat is very, very important that we make sure that it is the best food. Now, I'll give you some scenarios today, and then I will tell you the people that are responsible for this. We have an office in the Gambia that are responsible for food safety. Their office is in Kotu. Now these people are doing whatever is necessary to make sure that they control the type of food that is intact into the country, food that is coming in and the food that is used within. But look at their manpower. I am going to urge the government, I'm urging the government to increase to increase the manpower in the office of food safety, because the number of food sellers in this country, the number of people that sell food or that sell food stuff, beverages, bananas, food, what kind of food, it doesn't matter if it is going to be liquid or solid food, but food is sold every corner of this country. So the people that are responsible for the well-being of these foods needs to be as much as the police, because you have as many policies as possible, but still criminals are doing their job. So if you have a lot of food sellers, then we need to have a lot of manpower at the food safety. That is what I will tell the government, that you need to invest a lot of money on the food safety department to make sure that they vet every food that goes out there, every food that comes in here, because that is what we do. We are supposed to, our government is supposed to be responsible for that. Now, what we are supposed to be responsible of as consumers is what I will talk about now. It happens most of the time that people would see things bad happening, and all that they can do is to keep quiet over it. The food that you would buy and eat, you feel shy to tell somebody that cover this food that you're selling on the street. Because we need to remember one thing, that our nation is not that much clean. We throw stuff, we dust this everywhere. So we see food sellers on the roads, cooking on the roads, and at the same time frying and exposing that on the plate like that, and then expecting us to come and buy, and we still buy it from them. We cannot even take the responsibility to tell this person that this food that you're selling is going to be eaten by people and they're going to buy it from you. Make sure that this food is covered. We have to be ambassadors, good ambassadors of our nation. We cannot always rely on the government and the people that are responsible, because the people that are responsible, when these people see them, they will not act those bad ways. When they see food safety representatives, they will cover their food. But when they see you as the consumer, they don't care about you. So you have to start caring about yourself. I will give you a scenario. The time the watermelons were everywhere in the country, I went to Westfield. I was coming from Dakar. I came through Banjul. I came to Westfield and I met this guy. He was cutting watermelons. I came to him and I said, I wanted to buy your watermelon, but the reason why I'm not gonna buy is because I can see flies and bees on your watermelon. I'm not gonna eat it. So what I can tell you here is, make sure that you cover this watermelon, or otherwise I'm not moving an inch until you cover this thing. He told me he's not going to cover it. I was so tired. I knew that he was holding a knife, and I think like maybe if I talk to him anyhow we have issue, he can stop me or stuff. I just let him stood there. I said, okay, you can wait for me here. I went around. I found police at the Westfield Junction. I went to them and I told them that this guy is not following the food safety rules, and I want to talk to him. He's having a knife. And I'm afraid that he's going to stab me if I attack him. So one thing you can do, please help me tell him to cover his food. So I took my time to go search for police. Not even their job. It's the job of the food safety, but they are nowhere to be found. So I used law enforcement agency to talk to this person so that he can cover his food. He was telling me, I'm cutting, and as I'm cutting, I'm not going to be able to cover his food. I'm not able to cover the watermelon. Who is he? I am a consumer. I have the right. We have to believe in consumer rights. Consumers need to know that this is my right. This is not the right of the government. This is not for government intervention. I need to intervene to make sure that these things are put in place. But all that we can think about is, it's not my job. You have to take it as your responsibility. This is your responsibility to make sure that what food you eat is good. One thing that I talk about the government, I will repeat it again, is that the government need to put a lot of force on the Department of Food Safety. The same power and support that they're given for the police and the security sector is the same thing that they need to put for food safety. There are a lot of people that are dying of food poisoning. I heard it a day. I ate food outside and I was admitted in Sukuta hospital for eating that bad food. If you go to General Soma, people will sell meat today, use it, it's not finished, they will go and warm it. Tomorrow sell it, it's not finished, they'll go and warm it for 5 days, they'll be warming the same food and selling it. And there is nobody vetting them to know whether this food is current or not, whether this food is good or not. All that these people are following is the money. If you look at the number of food sellers in the country, it's almost equivalent to the number of drivers in the country. It's almost equivalent. So when we have that number of police working together to make sure that those things happen, then the government need to put a lot of investment on food safety to provide a lot of manpower, to have more staff. They need to have more staff in food safety that will be moving around, being at the borders, being in the markets, being in the streets, to make sure that the food that is sold is safe. Because we need to intake a food that is safe. How can we know that this food is safe? Look, most of the time when I'm going to work, I see people selling, the frying this pancake or whatever. I keep telling them that this thing that you're selling, cover it. They will tell me, no, legi la ko gene si safara. So dama am pour harbum seda. But the flies are not waiting for this food to seda. They're not allowing it to cold, to get cold. All that they're doing They do not even allow you to cool down. All that they can do is to fly on the puff, and then all that they will put is jams. Okay, so you cannot say I'll wait until it get cold. Put it inside. Make sure that it is covered. You have nylon bags. You have your cages. Put them in. Put it inside a cage and lock it, because all the cages have transparent glasses. Anybody who's anywhere can be able to see that there's a packet inside this place. You have to respect people. When you're selling food, you have to respect the people that are buying your food. But we don't care about what people do or what people eat. All that we care about is the money that we get from those. You see somebody selling with this money that is not clean. We have this money that smells anyhow. Somebody will hold this money and at the same time collect food with his hand after touching that money and giving it to you. Do you know how many people touch that money? You will not wash your hands. You will not use gloves. All that you can do is to hold this thing. If you go to schools, our children are dying because of food poisoning. The women that go to sell food at the schools are not, if you even look at them, I cannot just understand. Why can't we respect ourselves and respect people? It's sad, very sad. Schools need to be responsible. Stop people selling food inside your schools that are not clean. Do not allow them to use their hands and serve people. I stop here today and I'll meet you on Friday. Like I said, every day when I come here, I talk about matters. But if you also think that there's a matter that we need to talk about and we're not thinking about it and it's imminent, please tell us, we'll talk about it. Thank you.